This is incredible. I fucking love this season. A lot of people are saying, I'm sure you've heard, don't ever read the comments, I know, but obviously people are like, this is the best season since the first. How do you feel about that?
I'm honored. I mean, I was such a fan of the first season, and the fact that, you know, when I read the script and I saw what Issa did, she's such a supernatural, mystical horror queen. Like, she reigns there, and she just, the way she perfected the journey between all the characters and just kind of brought everything to a head, but stayed true to the first season, what we loved. We made the atmosphere of the cold, the actual character, and she highlighted indigenous people. You know, that was, and it's part of the story. I'm so proud of that.
This was something so striking about your character in particular, because you're kind of two worlds, right? And it gets to show that we see you as a cop and we also see you as a member of your community. So how does that appeal to you as an actor when you know you get to approach that and in such a highlight of indigenous culture?
I think it's so relatable. I mean, we're always fighting battles, whether we want to go to work, we don't want to go to work. There's so many things that people, not just of indigenous culture, are fighting every day. But me personally, you know, being Navarro's from Dominican and Nupiaq background, I'm from Cape Verde and Wampanoag background. It's, you know, you're not enough, and we know a lot of people as humans, we don't feel it as enough. So she's very, very relatable. So playing this character was something that I was looking forward to, because I could find some things that were so like me and things that were so opposite from me. And then we had to highlight a piece of the world that we never get to see, the northern part of Alaska, like Arctic. It was such an honor to be able to really dig a deep dive into that part of the world and those people, you know, and what they do today, not in the past, what happened 100 years ago, today, living, breathing, and having their rich culture be highlighted.
What do you think it is about snowyscapes and Alaska in particular that lends itself to horror stories as a background for horror?
It's such a character in itself. When you're cold and it's dark, it just, like, you can go in the same room when the light's on, turn the light off, you gotta think twice about it. So the fact that it's dark and it's cold and it's uneasy, you don't know what's, and then there's things that are frozen in the ice, you don't know what's there until it thaws out. It's so creepy, it's so uneasy, it's just like you just don't know. And Issa she perfected that. There's jump scares, there's everything, but it's just the atmosphere is such a character in itself, and I think that's amazing, and it sticks true to the true detective of way, you know.
Now I'm picturing you walking around on set but just actually being creeped out and anxious the whole time you're shooting.
No, actually, you know, as people ask me about the you know, the different things that were in it, like, you know, the discovery that they found with the corpsicle, and it was like, you know, it was cool, but I met the corpsicle before I met the actual actors, so that was probably the weirdest thing, but it was just kind of like another day in the office for us.
So you were taking selfies with the corpsicle like the guy that gets yelled at?
Guilty.